For me, it's very exciting to be at all entrepreneurship-related events because I'm an entrepreneur at heart, at soul, and I have a very, very long relationship with entrepreneurs in general. I'm a lawyer. I specialize in venture capital and private equity investments. I have been in this profession for 22 years now. So for me, dealing with entrepreneurs day in and day out is something which has been a part and parcel of my life. And what that does is, the energy which the entrepreneurs bring on, the challenges, the palpitations which they face, and we as lawyers, as counsels to the founders, have been advising them all through this journey. Not just the legal aspects, and I think that's the differentiator my firm brings in. We look at the legalo-commercial aspects, the palpitations, the challenges. As an entrepreneur, right from the time you're even ideating, what is it that I need to do? What are the entry barriers? What is the impact I'm going to create? There is so much. What is it that how do I grow? What is the go-to-market strategy? Am I doing the right thing? Do I need to look for funding? What kind of funding? First of all, I think most of the entrepreneurs think funding is the go-to aspect, but it's not necessarily that. There are enough and more ventures which are bootstrapped and they also can do well. So to find that niche as to what exactly is it that you're looking for in your business. Once you've understood that you do need investment, what kind of an investor are you looking for? That's the other important element to look at. Is it only the check, or is it something far more than the check as well? The intangible quotient, as I call it, which is beyond just capital. Because if you have an investor on your cap table, one part is of course you're getting diluted, but the other part is what is the intangible quotient which is coming along with it, in terms of the kind of connects they bring on the table, in terms of being on the board of the company, the value add, the doors they can open, and also repeat investment, right? If you have the right partner and not just a typical shark, it makes all the difference. So that's on the entrepreneurship bit, and I would like to share that given my journey as a lawyer in some of the top corporate law firms in dealing with entrepreneurs, the energy definitely passed on, and I did start my own law firm 7 years back, and again, an entrepreneur at heart, like I said, and that has been an amazing journey ever since. Because right from when you start, it's like literally starting in a room, and that's exactly which my story was, because you straight away jump from being in this high-end corporate partnership role to now coming back and starting afresh. So that's what happened with me as well. Of course, the same palpitation because it was a huge risk. You were probably getting those mandates because you had the tier 1 law firm tag. But thankfully, the dedication, the hard work, the thought process helps. And within 6 months of starting my own law firm, awards, accolades, all of that started coming in. And thankfully, I realized that I am in the right place. And 7 years down the line, we've obviously moved to a much bigger space. We have offices in 3 jurisdictions. So life in that aspect has been good. I'm very happy that I started my own law firm. We still go through the challenges because there's always a challenge in terms of the top line, bottom line, so much more. Now, in this journey, I also want to share a very interesting aspect of my life, which is my role in making a difference. I would say about 3-4 years back, I got an opportunity to be part of certain chambers of commerce, because that's the time when the whole startup ecosystem was being brought in there as well. So what I'm referring to is the Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce and Industry, the ladies wing, FLO. It is today 40 years, it's an organization which has been around for 40 years. It has 19 chapters, when I say chapters I mean cities, 19 chapters across India, and the whole idea being to empower women entrepreneurs, women leaders in different strata, right from rural to youth to urban, and that's something I started working on very closely. And today I am the chairperson of FICCI Flow Mumbai, and there is, thank you so much. And it gives me a lot of satisfaction. In addition to my role as a lawyer and me running a law firm of a size of 100 people, now I have an added responsibility of a FICCI Flow, which is, the Mumbai chapter is about 300, but nationally we are about 10,000 plus women leaders and entrepreneurs. And the kind of things, it's not just limited to entrepreneurship, like I said. We go to grassroots level. We are looking at, for example, Dalit women. We are doing something for Dalit women. We are doing something for villages. You're adopting villages. You're providing financial and digital literacy, and helping women entrepreneurs to grow to the next level. We have run several and more accelerator programs. We have helped women scale to the next level, and we continue to do that. We are also helping women who are interested in becoming investors, and in a women angels investment platform, mentorship platforms, and thankfully with the support of the ecosystem partners, right from entrepreneurs, investors to the government, we've been getting enough and more. And this year, it's a very exciting time, given that I've taken over as a chairperson. I have a lot of plans, and with members like Namrata, who's a very dear friend, and she's a member with Fiki Flow, and she's also somebody who got selected for the Stanford Seed Spark program, which we have held. And out of overall in India, only 14 people have got selected, and she's one of them. So that's been another exciting She Rises, which is again an accelerator program, which will eventually result into a pitching session. So the whole hand-holding, getting the right mentors on board, helping in terms of their journeys to scale. And it's, like I said, it's not just about the funding. There are a whole lot of things. Networking, like we were just discussing, a very, very important aspect. Go-to-market strategy. How to even talk about your venture, about yourself. How do you carry your brand? How do you increase your customer base? How do you scale? So many aspects. The legal nuances, the commercial nuances. How do you identify the right set of partners? How do you take care of the fact that when, as an entrepreneur, it's not just about what you are doing, it's an entire team. It has to be where you are an institution. You have the right set of partners, team members, the key employees, because it's good to have people smarter than you. That's how you grow in life. So surround yourself with very smart people, have the right co-founders, because that turns out to be one of the largest issues later on in life. And as a lawyer, I can tell you, there's so many aspects when we are trying to take care of co-founder disputes later. But there is so much to take care of, and this is something which we are helping women entrepreneurs with. We're also going to be having some international delegations to be taken to UAE, Japan, and Vietnam and Korea. A lot of exciting stuff. So I would say it's a great time for entrepreneurs, and all the best to all of you. I think everybody is doing so well, and all the best. Thank you so much for this.